Yeah. People have been comparing this situation to what happened to Paige. And they're like, well, it's not fair that Mandy Rose was fired because Paige wasn't fired. And these are two separate instances because Mandy Rose was putting out content. Like her intellectual property was stolen. What happened to her was theft. That is very wrong. What happened to Paige was a home movie was put out for everyone, which she did not intend on. And she was bullied and harassed so much that she considered suicide. Like, very different situations. Um, and if I hear one more person like go off about that, I might snap. And also, no one's bringing in. They're only talking about Paige. They're not talking about Xavier Woods, who was also in that video. Like, hmm?
And Brad Maddox.
Yeah, I think he was out of the company though by the time that was leaked.
Was
Um, I think so. Or he was gone slightly thereafter. But yeah.
But still, I mean, the point is that no one ever brings up either of them. It's always just, well, Soraya now, not Paige.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's two totally different situations. Like, it sucks that Mandy's content was stolen because that it's behind a paywall. You have to pay for it for people to leak it out. That is theft. Like, that's theft of her content. Now, what happened with the other three individuals, that was something that was privately taped between them and got out. What was it? Was that when, like, during that period of time where um people were hacking into celebrities like clouds and leaking their shit? So
Yeah.
that's totally different. That's nothing that was ever intended to get out to anyone besides probably the three people that were involved. Like
Yeah.
that.
Like Woods was, had since been married and had a kid on the way or one that was already there. Like that was not like a planned thing to ever see the light of day.
That was
Um
years after it happened, right? Because that was when she was NXT champ, and this came out when like they were all on the main roster. Like,
yeah, she was with Alberto Del Rio, like she was like kind of on the outs with the company. They were trying to get her to go into rehab. She was already like she had had her neck injury. She was having substance abuse issues. Like it came at a really bad time. There's never a good time, but she was already in a really bad abusive relationship and like it did not make anything better. Um and then having, people harass her for half a decade after or whatever it was like.
good shit for it. Like, that's just let it go. Like,
Mhm.
first of all, the three of them were consenting adults. Like that, everyone obviously consented to it. There's no reason to harass anyone about something that they did with what they thought was in the privacy of, a home, hotel, or like whatever. Like, and it's not fair that only she got the harassment. Like,
Yep.
Woods, they make jokes. Like, there's been jokes made, and like Brad Maddox is like forgotten. Like, he was never part of it, but I mean, everyone kind of forgets that he ever existed. Um,
Yeah.
but
I can
still,
never
like,
remember his name.
I only remember it because he didn't have theme music, and he just come out with a microphone and you just say his name over and over again. He just got going, Brad Maddox, Brad Maddox, and like for some reason that's stuck in my head forever. But like, it's not fair that the women are always the ones that are vilified
Mhm.
for having sex. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.